Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to go over my top 8 curly hair tips I think all of my curl friends should know. Before I get into it, I think it's important to know your hair type and hair porosity. There's a lot of content out there on different hair types and different hair porosities. Different hair types are like wavy hair is in the 2s, 2A, 2B, 2C. Curly hair like mine falls in the number 3, 3A, 3B, 3C. Coily or kinky hair is usually type 4, A, B, or C hair. So I'm not going to get into it that deep this video because that could be a video all on its own. There's plenty of content out there that can help you figure out what's your hair type and your hair porosity. Hair porosity basically means how porous is your hair, or what's your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. But I just felt like mentioning that because it is important to know those two things when you're looking for styling products, or even what kind of shampoo and conditioner you should use for your hair, or what kind of treatments you should use on your hair. All right, so now let's get into it. Number 1, deep condition your hair once a week. I know for some people it could be a lot of work. When I'm running errands or doing chores around the house or working on our businesses, sometimes it seems like it's impossible to find the time to deep condition your hair. But if you have thick curly hair like I do, it's important to nurture your hair and, make sure that it's moisturized and that it's hydrated. So some of the deep conditioning masks that I use are, this is my favorite. It's the Not Your Mother's Matcha Green Tea and Wild Apple Blossom Ultimate Nutrition Butter Mask. Deep conditioning with antioxidants to help restore damaged hair. You guys, not only does it smell good, but it literally leaves my hair so soft when I'm in the shower, and it really helps to detangle my hair. And yeah, and you only need to use it for about 2 to 5 minutes. So sometimes I really just replace my conditioner with the hair mask for the week, and that's it. And this conditioning hair mask has no sulfates, no silicones, no parabens, no dyes, gluten, or phthalates. Another mask that I use is the Maui Moisture Hair Care Heal and Hydrate Shea Butter Hair Mask for damaged hair. I'm gonna do a product review on the shampoo and conditioner for this because, yeah, it's time to do a product review. I've just been testing it out for the last several months, and I definitely used it because you gotta get your money's worth. But these are just some options that I have used. They both smell great. I just feel like this one leaves my hair much softer when I get out of the shower. And they both claim to have no silicone, no parabens, no gluten, no SLS, no sulfated surfactants, synthetic dyes. Yes, it's vegan. Yes, pure coconut water is used. And yes, aloe vera. That is the Maui Moisture Hair Care. It really depends what your needs are for your hair. My hair is pretty strong. Every once in a while I will do like a coconut oil deep conditioning treatment or something that has some protein in it that can fortify my hair. But otherwise, I really just focus on hydration and moisturizing it. All right, so number 2. Co-washing can be your friend in between wash days, right? So like sometimes I'm on the run and I'm on like day 3 or day 4 hair and I need to refresh my hair and I want to just kind of restyle it. Then I'll go in the bathroom, wet my hair. I usually use the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk 3-in-1. You can leave it in, you can rinse it out, or you can co-wash for frizz-free moisturized curls. So it claims to be lightweight and frizz-free, and I've been using it for the last couple years and I really, really love it. And it's also pretty inexpensive. So I usually co-wash with this. Now going into number 3, clarifying your hair at least once a month. Co-washing is great in between wash days, but I feel like my scalp does need to be really deeply cleansed and needs to be free of product buildup, and sometimes co-washing doesn't always get it out. Clarifying your hair at least once a month is a good way to really reset your scalp and reset your hair. I use the Maui Moisture shampoo. Sometimes I put a little bit of baking soda. Really use that at your own discretion. Baking soda could be very powerful. So I just use a little bit sometimes just because I feel like it helps to really refresh and reset my scalp at times. Usually I'll use the Maui Moisture at least once a week. I know people that use shampoo once every 2 weeks. I use it once a week because I do a lot throughout the week. I'm usually running around, I'm chasing a toddler, I'm running errands around town, I'm working out in the mornings. So for me, using the Maui Moisture Hair Care shampoo has helped me. So yeah, that's number 3. All right, so number 4, prep your hair before you style it, right? So what does that mean? That means maybe use a leave-in conditioner if your hair is thick and tends to get frizzy and needs a little bit of extra moisture or hydration. Again, I use the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk 3-in-1 conditioner as my leave-in. So when I'm in the shower, sometimes when I'm using it as a co-wash or a conditioner, I just leave it in. I actually comb my hair with my fingers or my wide tooth comb, which I shared a little bit about that in my top hair essentials. So I'll link that somewhere in the top so that you guys can watch that video after this one for my top hair essentials if you haven't already. So use some kind of leave-in conditioner if your hair tends to be frizzy or needs a little bit more moisture before putting in a styling product, or use a styling cream. Again, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk line is fantastic, and they have a defining cream that I actually use with their mousse. I don't have it on hand, but I will link it somewhere above. Also, when you're styling your hair, it's basically manipulating your curls to set them in a certain way, right? So for me, I use the Denman brush or Denman-like brush when I'm putting product in my hair and I'm styling my hair, and I always do it soaking wet. So I highly recommend this brush for styling your curls or when you're putting product in. Section off your hair, that's also a part of number 4. I will link somewhere above and in the description the hair clips that I use. Super helpful when you're trying to style your hair. So number 5, protect your curls after you've styled them. After you spend so much love and time and attention styling your hair, usually at night I don't sleep on a satin pillowcase, but you can use a satin hair bonnet, or like I do, usually just pick your hair up in a pineapple bun. Not only does it look cute, but it actually protects your curls by putting them on top of your head and keeping them from harm's way. All right, so number 6. Number 6. So next day, right? You have your curls up in a pineapple. Refresh your curls by lightly misting it with some kind of curl refreshener. Sometimes I mist it with my mister bottle, and then add a little bit of gel or mousse and just kind of scrunch it in my hair if it needs it. Most of the time, I like day 2 hair. It doesn't need anything else. I set up my hair on day 1 so that I don't really have to touch it or add anything else to it on day 2 or day 3, sometimes even day 4. So you wanna make sure that you're taking your time and also figuring out what your routine is. Number 7, love your hair, guys. Love the hair that's growing naturally out of your head. It's taken me a long time to do this. It's taken me a long time to figure out what works for my hair. And that's why I feel so inspired to share what I've discovered for myself throughout all these years, and really just in the last couple years, especially after giving birth to my son. A lot changed for me in terms of the things, the chemicals that I was putting on my hair and my skin, and really just embracing myself and all of myself. And I think I might just also come with age. But loving your hair every step along the way, whether you're beginning your natural hair journey or you're kind of fell off the wagon, or you like to do all kinds of things with your hair, whether it's straightening your hair, curling your hair. I think right now I've really learned to embrace my natural hair. But yeah, I do play around and I do add a little color and I do a little shaping and I have fun with it. And ultimately it is a journey. So yeah, I think that loving your hair, no matter what stage it's in and no matter what you're doing to it, is probably the most important ingredient in all of this. And finally, number 8. If you have straggly pieces, I'll put a video of my hair when I first cut it. I actually did a big chop on my own hair. That was in June of 2021. I was like so stoked because I couldn't believe, 1, I did it, and 2, what I was hiding underneath. I was holding on to these dead straggly pieces that looked terrible. No matter how much I manipulated it, it didn't work. So I highly suggest, if you really have like long straggly pieces and you really see hair growth and you don't trust yourself to cut your own hair, maybe find a curly hair expert or someone that is willing to help you chop off those dead ends, and I promise you your hair will flourish and it will look so much more healthier and bouncier and much more alive. You know, there are videos out there that really help with people that are transitioning in their hair journey. For me, I just big chopped it and I trusted my journey and I trusted the process, and I absolutely have fallen in love with my hair and I continue to discover new things with my hair. I actually haven't cut my hair since my big chop because I've been letting it grow out. So that's my last and final tip. Try cutting off your dead ends or any stragglers that are in the way of this beautiful natural mane that's growing out of your scalp. So I hope you found these tips helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Share this content with someone you think might benefit from this, or someone that's just beginning their hair journey or maybe needs a little inspiration or some tips to help them get back on track, drop me a comment in the description down below. Let me know what's worked for you. Let me know if I missed something, if there's additional hair tips that you suggest. So yeah, guys, until next time, be well.